There you go.
So
They weren't up.
but it's hot outside.
Oh,
It's supposed to be like 87.
so you should be getting levels now. I see levels over here. There you go. Check. 1. Yep. That's me. 1, 2, 3. Check, check, check. Yep, that's Mike's. Just leave that one. Yeah. Yep. Check. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you should. Yeah, you're good. That's my mic.
I just don't know if anyone else can hear it now. I've got to check and see if they
Oh, okay, great. He has other people checking, but he's got sound. I mean, when I go check it,
He has sound.
it slams up. Yeah.
Good.
I'm gonna wipe mine.
If you're going to be on this camera, you need a headset. The one there does not need a headset. I think, hey Molly, I think that one's going to be moving a lot, depending if we're zooming in on close-ups
So
and
I'll
stuff.
just-
And that one or this one wouldn't be
Send
moving as
Sam.
much.
go down there and send Sam worst comes to worst and have him tell me what shots to get.
Hi, Chad. Let's see the one that's on the table. Yeah, I think that's going to have to move a lot. Yeah, because you're going to get specific things. So that has to have one. Which one do you think you would move the least of the other two?
The other one's dead, so we only have one person with headset.
Okay. All right, so we'll just have a head. Yeah, they'll just have to watch you if you need them to, I mean, I would think this would be like pan, this would be tilt, or zoom in.
We have audio,
Good.
video. Kate's watching it at home, so
Oh, good.
I brought our Verizon.
Take pictures and send them to
Yeah.
me.
And there's
When-
like out here.
No.
So I'm just probably chewing up my phone's data. So I
When
don't
we
use-
start,
Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't have to do it too long, as long as you think it
Yeah.
works.
I kind of want you to almost get. What time do you start?
8 minutes.
Okay, good. I just want to see if they can hear you well
I-
on your mic.
yeah.
Without the music and stuff playing.
Right. Right.
You said the background music is really loud, which it probably is.
Of course it is. Yeah. Okay. All right, so we're just going to have a mic on this one because that's the one that's going to have to be zooming in a lot.
Okay.
I think. Because these, I think, they can take signals from her, to zoom in or there's, let's see, 1, 2, 3.
we're gonna have to have a mic on it. It's not. This isn't working.
Oh, I'm talking about, they said the other headset is dead.
Oh.
So we only have one. So I think the person
Wow,
here should
okay.
wear it because I think they're the ones that are actually going to be moving
Yeah.
the
Okay.
most.
Yeah.
I think if we decide one of those cameras is a 2-shot most of the time
Yes.
and one is a 1-shot.
Yeah, that's great.
And then this one she'll.
Yep. That sounds good.
I mean, if when she, in the middle of the show, if she figures out that somebody else needs it, she can have somebody switch.
Yeah, she's our best operator, Sam or Kelsey.
Yeah.
One of those two.
All right.
So Kelsey, you're gonna do this one? Just make sure, okay, when you are panning, tilting, okay, that it's not moving this down here, okay? That it's coming from here, all right? So are we just gonna talk loud enough to our vast audience?
No, he's going to set up a.
Oh, he's
can you
gonna
put
put
up
the mic.
boom mic now, Rex? Can you put up the boom mic? Because Chad said there's no Verizon signal here, so it's eating up all his data. So he wants to start as soon as we can. We have a couple issues. Just I can't even explain it all, but can we set up the boom mic? He wants to test our sound for a live broadcast.
So we're ready to get started.
Yeah, so it's like 5 minutes, so can we set up the boom mic or we can't do that yet? Yeah. Okay, that's all.
Is this too much coming at you? You want me to shut this off?
Well, you're going to shut up when we start, right? In 5 minutes?
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
Yeah. I don't think I need this measuring cup. Do you need it?
No, I just didn't know if you
Great.
needed to
No,
do
that's
the butter, the melted butter stuff in it. You
No,
just need to
I
do
mean,
that.
I already melted it, so
Right.
yeah. That way we don't wash, you know?
Yep.
I'm not
works,
into that.
Works for me. I forgot to bring plastic bags to put dirty stuff in.
I have
anyways.
some. I brought like 4.
Okay, good.
And he says when we're talking to get as close to the
Right.
boom mic as we can. So probably while I'm doing this one,
Smells so
I'll have
good.
you cut that cheesy bread, and we'll start serving it. And how should we have one of the girls from the lady from Q92 serve it?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey Rex, what's the gal in the blues name? From the radio station?
Penny.
Penny?
Penny.
Okay.
Looks like I'm going to have to bring this around the other side. Is that going to be a problem? Boom it into the side for you?
Yeah.
Okay, she said she would help, so I'm going to go ask her to help.
Just be careful, Rex. I didn't tape those down. So. Oh, you're fine.
Do
I
you
just
think
don't want
one
you to
of
fall.
you two could, you know, take the bread out
Equipment's
for
replaceable,
us?
you're
Just
not.
serve it while we're making the new one. We have it on a plate. Only one.
I do know,
There's
you're
only
not.
4 people. So, but maybe if people see we're serving food, a couple more people will come around. But we'll just put it on a plate and you can take it out because I don't want to be walking back here. Okay?
No problem.
Thank you. That's our first thing.
All right.
So I know
Oh,
when
yeah.
to come up and get it.
Yeah.
Or,
It's Penny, right?
Yeah.
Penny.
We should
Yeah.
be good.
Okay. All right. Yep. Hey Molly, our mics are all right? Sam, are our mics good? Are you doing a sound check? We're going to be making cheesy bread that smells really good.
It's
And then we're
the
also
gar-
going
you
to be
smell the
making a
garlic?
Snickers caramel apple pie.
Thank you.
And then we're going to be
It's strong
making,
garlic. too.
I'm good? Okay, Abby, you want to do a sound check?
Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. And I'll probably be louder than that because, you know, I'm loud in general. So just be ready down. It just happens. I forget that I have a mic on and I try and talk to the people because this mic is a mess. You ready?
Yeah, we're ready if they're ready.
We're getting heckled already.
Thanks for coming out to the WVPN AM 1310 fundamental wall. Let's call it that. Swing in the summer, spring in the summer. We are certainly getting a good start today. And appreciate everybody coming out, dancing to the music. So take a little break from the music right now. As Kyle's Kitchen is here. If you've ever seen Access Channel 11 on the local cable channel, you've probably seen the television show that they're about to shoot. Kyle's Kitchen with the podcast art students and Kyle Schwartz.
Hi, Rex. How are you? All right, what we're going to be doing today, along with my assistant director, Abby Ross, and our crew of Jacob, Leon, Kelsey, Sam, and Molly, we're going to be taping a show to show later, and we're going to be making food for you to share with us today. First thing we're going to make is a stuffed cheesy bread, and we're going to cut it right now, the finished product, and let you sample it while we make it. So, Abby, I'll let you go ahead and cut some of it.
All right.
And Penny's going to come up and pass out samples. But you just take a loaf of Italian bread, and I'm going to cut X's in it. It's a little difficult every year to come up with recipes that, I'll try to turn this way, that we can make without a stove, or without a burner, without a sink. So we try to come up with things that we know that people will like, but you know, it's kind of limited on what we can do. So this might not be as hot and delicious, but it looks pretty good to me. Is it still a little bit warm, Abby?
It is still a little bit warm.
And you've made this before, right?
I did. I made this. I had a one of those parties at your house where people can come and buy things out of a book. So, and I had just little appetizer things, and this was one that I made.
Okay. Well, you said when you made it, according to the recipe, it calls for like 1 stick of butter, but she almost doubled everything. So we're going to almost double everything. So we have 1.5 sticks of butter, and then we have, and it's melted. And I wasn't sure if it would last coming here from home, but it stayed melted. And then 1/8 cup of olive oil in here. And to that, I'm going to add 2 cloves of garlic, and then a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, 3 teaspoons of minced onion, a couple of teaspoons of poppy seeds. I suppose you could use sesame seeds as well. And then we have some fresh parsley, and it said about 3 tablespoons, but I added a little bit more. And we're just going to mix that up.
It's really nice if you get it right when it comes out of the oven, because you can just pull the excess like right out. It's really good.
Okay. All right, and then I'm going to just start shoving it in these little cracks here, all throughout the bread. And I know that the note on the recipe, which you got off of Pinterest, is that right?
Of course.
The recipe said that it's a lot of work, but it's worth it, and it looks like it is really good as an appetizer or to serve with a soup or something like that. Once we get all this in, then we're going to stuff the rest of the holes with some cheese. We're going to wrap it in foil, and then what I did at home was you baked it for 20 minutes at 350, and then you uncovered it from the foil and you baked it another 10 to 15 minutes. I think I'm going to start kind of pouring this in. So our show is taped at Alliance High School. About once a month we have different guests come in, and if you ever think about being a guest, or if you have a friend that would be a guest, we would love to have some new people on. We take people that just have a favorite recipe, and we've had chefs from culinary schools, so we have all levels, and we like to use a lot of different kinds of recipes. I mean, it's great to have a really complicated recipe and when you have time, but it's also fun to have a lot of crock pot recipes or easy things that you can freeze. So we try to always have a variety of recipes. And the kids themselves, what they like are recipes that are sweet. So they like sweet recipes, a lot of desserts.
You know, a lot of the times we come up with recipes that our outgoing seniors could make in the dorm room
for college,
or at college.
And they're always surprised that they can actually do that. We're proud of them. All right, so I've got my butter mixture all in there, and now I'm going to take cheese, and it's actually easier just to do with your hand and stuff it in there. Is that how you did it, Abby, or did you use a
Yes, I just stuffed it in
fork?
there.
Okay. So how does it taste? Did anybody try it yet? Is it good? Good.
Is it good?
Good.
I definitely think doubling the oil and butter mixture helps because it was just a little dry if you went according to the recipe.
I don't know if your bread was this large. Was it this big?
My bread was a little smaller.
Yeah.
No, this is
a big loaf of bread.
It's a pretty large loaf.
All right, so I'm just going to finish this one up, and Abby, if you want to start your recipe,
all right,
the sand
I'll do
pudding.
That. I'm going to come around and slide this one out of the way and wipe my hands off.
Okay. Thank you.
So what I'm going to be making is sand pudding. So it's kind of like dirt pudding, but it's a vanilla version. So if you don't like chocolate that much,
Or
This is-
allergic. Some people
Or
are allergic.
yeah, some people are allergic to chocolate.
That would be awful.
Or I did it for a block party last year. I made a dirt pudding and a sand pudding. So I had two different options. My sample's down there. And our first step